Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review at two charging peripherals. Both of these are charging hubs which you can use around the house, in the office, or maybe even take with you when you're traveling. They feature standard USB-based ports for directly plugging in a smartphone, a tablet, and ultra portable for charging multiple devices at the same time, but the BESTEK version on the left here also includes standard AC ports to be used as a power strip for extending the number of ports that you can use for regular appliances like lamps or a regular laptop. Both of these sell on Amazon for about $30 or less, which are quite affordable. The Eonfine version on the right here is a bit more typical, just has a smaller form factor and features only USB-based sockets, but again, both feature smart charging and won't overheat or overcharge your device. Taking a look at the Eonfine version first, it's pretty well presented. Again, it has 6 ports, you can see. It comes in 2 different colors, the black or white, and it has a nice box, so maybe even works as a gift in this holiday season if you want to offer this to someone who is just moving into a new house, for instance. There is just the power brick itself. We'll take a closer look at this in a moment, and of course give you guys demos of both of these units in our in this video later on. But there's also a quick start guide, service card. Over here we have the carefully packaged power cord, which plugs into the unit and onto the wall. Features looks like roughly a 1 meter long cable length, which is on the shorter side of the spectrum, so you'll be a bit more limited as far as placing this on a desk or if you're stretching it too far from the actual AC plug. The unit itself, you can see it's made out of a soft touch rubber material, which makes it pretty nice to hold and also to grip. You can place it on a surface without worrying about it sliding away, and it also resists having too much fingerprints or dust attracting on the surface over time. The side here features just the USB socket or the power socket for connecting it into the wall, and the other side features the 6 ports. You can see it has this interesting red lining on the inside, but these are all 5 volt 2 amp chargers, which are capable of charging even larger products like an Apple iPad or a tablet with a fair amount of ease. There's also an LED which will illuminate once power is flowing through, and there's no other power on-off switch which allows you to turn the unit on or off. So if it's plugged in, it's basically on, and you can just always plug something into the USB socket to start charging. Setting this off to the side, we're going to take a look at the BESTEK version next. So sliding things out of this pocket here. Also comes in 2 colors, black and white. We can see we have just the white version here. A different approach in terms of design. It's a bit more bulky, but it also has a shiny plastic material which will attract fingerprints and dust, but it does look a bit more sleek in a lit environment. You can see here we have 4 USB ports on this one as opposed to 6, but there's the additional power strip compatibility. 6 rubber feet on the back here to prevent the unit from sliding around on a surface or a desk, and additional ventilation grills to prevent it from overheating. You can see here that the power strip that comes included actually has a European plug by default. Luckily, the company also includes a set of adapters so you can use it when traveling and plug it into any US plug. That also comes included. The BESTEK charger also has a fan, so once you power things on, there's an LED light, and afterwards there's going to be a bit of a fan in the background that starts up just to prevent overheating. With that being said, it makes the charger as a whole less efficient just because it requires that extra power to operate. In addition, it uses a converter tip if you're living in the US or in China, since it has that European plug and it comes with that adapter kit, so it wastes a little bit more energy. Otherwise, it works very well. The 3 typical plugs on the top here are going to be nice for any appliances such as lamps. If you're plugging in something that it's overly power hungry, such as, let's say, some kind of toaster oven or something that draws a lot of heat as well as power, it might not work 100%. Sometimes it's going to shut off for safety reasons, so that's something to keep in mind. Otherwise, the USB ports on the side are fairly decent. They're spaced a little bit close together, but otherwise it works well. And again, these 2 ports are 2.4 amps, so it did work when we tried charging an iPad as well as a larger tablet, and it charges that up in about 3 to 4 hours, depending on your device. The 1 amp ports are going to be best for smaller devices like a smartphone, which will fully charge up in under 2 hours if you have an Android device. So a decent respective charging speeds, and what is convenient about this is really that size and that form factor. So when you're ready to charge something, you can just plug it onto one of the ports on the sides there, and that will start. You can also, again, charge 4 devices at the same time. Here I have the Eonfine charger plugged into the wall, and you can see there's a LED light on the front here which will illuminate blue to tell you that it's currently having power flow through. There isn't a dedicated power on-off switch on the unit though, so to conserve completely on power or electricity, I would recommend unplugging it from the wall when you're not using it. But regardless, a pretty compact and attractive design, and doesn't really slide around on a surface or desk, which is nice to see. The the cable length is appropriate for the power plug. So doing a quick charging demonstration next, I'm going to plug into any one of these ports. They're spaced apart pretty generously, so you can still plug in all of the multiple ports at the same time. And once I'm satisfied, I'm just going to pop this onto, let's say, an Android phone, just as a quick demonstration of the charging performance. And as far as general testing goes, you can see that it will start to charge automatically, and it's a smart charger, so it's not going to overheat, nor is it going to overcharge your device. It remains pretty cool during operation, although there isn't a fan that kind of pops off and prevents additional heat from building up. I will say that in general performance, I got about 2 hours to fully charge an Android smartphone, and charging up the iPhone 6/6s took me roughly 4 hours, about 3.5 hours to completely charge. The Apple iPad, the iPad 2 took me roughly 4.5 hours to completely charge, so those are a few sample benchmarks of the charging performance. Not as fast as a Qualcomm Quick Charge enabled charger, but still decent enough. And of course, you get all of these ports to work with. So if you're using this in the family room, if you're using this in the library for a more public situation, you can share ports, bring one of this for the entire family to share, and it's a good application that you can save you a bit of space as well as time. So thanks for watching this video first look and a quick review of the Eonfine multi-port USB smart charger here at OS Reviews. You can check out more details about the performance as well as the testing that we ran on this in our written review, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS.